Okay, and I'm back. So we are ready for part 2 of this week's chat, and this week's chat was number 122, and it was called the protein advantage. And so we spent the first half of our chat talking about bulking things up with protein. So I'm going to give you 4 meal ideas where you can really bulk up the protein. The first one we're just going to talk about because that is what we are having for supper tomorrow night, and so you will have to pay attention to tomorrow night's supper. Let's see, Carol Lou says, any certain website or database to use to look up the protein? I did not use, well, I mean, obviously I used my WW app to look up, a lot of it, and thank you, Brenda. Casey got me this probably last year for Mother's Day. We're a little bit Disney obsessed, just a tiny bit. So yeah, so you'll notice I have lots of things that are Disney. All of our annual pass stickers. But yes, you can look them up on the WW app, and I noticed there are quite a few, like Livestrong, and I'm trying to think, there was another one that had a lot of good protein information. Just always check your information, and if it seems weird, wait, what? If it seems weird, or if it seems like, I don't know, like a website that you've never seen, I don't know, if it just seems flaky, just don't take their, their word for it. Always, kind of look it up. But you can look up every single one of them on the WW app. And Orlando Debbie, as a side note, says new Mexican jalapeno peanut M&Ms are 3 grams of protein. Oh my gosh. But there's 7 smart points for 12 pieces. What? Yeah, I didn't need to know that. Jalapeno peanut. I'll have to try those now. Okay, but anyway, so we're going to talk about 4 meals. The first meal we're just going to talk about, because that is actually 4 meals where we're bulking it up with protein. The first meal we're just going to talk about because that is our supper for tomorrow night, and you'll have to pay attention tomorrow night, or maybe Tuesday morning, when I'm posting our supper, so that you can see what that is. But these are 4 protein-packed meals. 4, and they all have food in them that I think normal people would eat. So the first one, we're going to start with dinner, because we're only talking about the dinner, because I want to show you the rest of them. So tomorrow night's dinner is 4 ounces of That Man's chicken breast, and you can find that recipe on www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and just search, if you search That Man, you're going to find That Man's chicken, That Man's chicken breast, That Man's turkey tenderloin, That Man's pork chops. So we love That Man, even though we don't have a clue who he is. So for tomorrow night, we're going to have 4 ounces of That Man's chicken breast. That is 0 smart points, and because it is made with nutritional yeast, it makes it 37 grams of protein. Then we're going to have 1 cup of cooked asparagus. It won't be chopped up into a cup, but it'll be the equivalent of a cup. It will be my air fryer asparagus recipe, and that is also on www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and just search asparagus, and you should be able to find that one. I have one for air fryer asparagus and one for bacon wrapped air fryer asparagus, which would be more protein but more points. The asparagus is 0 smart points for just the air fryer asparagus. And then we are going to have Trader Joe's ciabatta bread. Trader Joe's cheesy ciabatta bread. Okay, and that one I'm just going to show you real quick. Trader Joe's has, the packaging is new, so they have ciabatta rolls, and they look huge sitting here in my hand. They're not that big, but they're ciabatta rolls. If you eat the whole roll, it is 5 smart points. 5 smart points for the whole roll, and we're going to use a 1/4 of a cup of the Trader Joe's shredded mozzarella, light mozzarella cheese on there, and that's 2 smart points. And we're going to bake that on there, spray it with a little bit of nonstick spray before you put it in there. And so that's going to be 4 ounces of That Man's chicken breast, asparagus, and then the ciabatta bread, and that is all. And so all of that's going to be 7 smart points, but it's 57 grams of protein. 57. That's crazy. That's a crazy amount of protein. So, and I think that's a dinner that, that anybody, would love to have. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. I'll show you all tomorrow night. Well, I'll take pictures of it tomorrow night. Maybe you might video it. Don't know. We'll see. But that's 57 grams of protein. So that one is definitely a power-packed protein meal. But the first 2 things, the chicken breast, that means chicken breast, and the asparagus you can find on www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Okay, the next thing, so we're gonna go in reverse order. So the next thing would be a snack, a power-packed protein snack. So we're going to take, this is a half of a cup of fat-free, plain non-fat Greek yogurt. That's what this is. This is a fourth of a cup of water chestnuts chopped up. This is 2 tablespoons of the Knorr, vegetable dip, like you make a vegetable dip with. And then this is about a fourth to a third of a cup of frozen, okay, I'm sorry, Carol Lou wants to know, is there a limit or recommendation on how much protein we should try to eat each day? I really think it has to do with how much you weigh and how old you are and how much you're working out and everything. But I mean, and 57 is, is a lot for, for one meal. We wouldn't eat that necessarily at every meal, but I think it's going to be a good one. And then this was frozen chopped spinach, and I did squeeze it out with, with a paper towel. So this one's going to be for a good protein packed snack. So this is the half of a cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt, and then I'm just going to dump in the fourth of a cup of chopped water chestnuts, the 2 tablespoons of the Knorr, and Knorr is spelled Knorr, Knorr vegetable soup mix. Hold on, I'll open the package so you can see it. It's that. Everyone has had that. If you have not had that, I don't know what part of the country you're from, but everyone down south has had that. And yes, Betty, these will eventually go on the site now that we're back to almost normal. And then this is the spinach. And this one is an absolute treat. This is something that my sister makes, for almost every occasion. You can add, if you want to, you can add a little bit of fat-free sour cream to it. You can add some low-fat mayonnaise. We probably will put just a little bit of low-fat mayonnaise in there. So, some light mayonnaise in there. And just mix it up really good. Sorry for that icky, squishy sound. And let's see. Liz wants to know if you could use fresh spinach. I guess you could. It's weird though, this recipe, I mean, we've been making this for eons and forever, and we have always used the frozen spinach thawed out, and then and then put in there. But I know it's not so pretty all glooped up in the bowl, but that is, yes, and Pam needs to know the quantities again. So this basically makes a spinach dip. Carol's exactly right. So this was a half a cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt. It's a fourth of a cup of chopped water chestnuts, 2 tablespoons of the Knorr vegetable soup mix, and then about a fourth to a third of a cup. It's hard to tell because the spinach, because you're gonna, squish it down so much. It was probably about a fifth of the block because it comes in a, in a frozen spinach block. But anyway, so that's what it looks like when you get done. It's really good on crackers. It's great on if you wanted to make some air fryer pita chips with the cut to carb, tortillas or the wraps, you could do that. But this one, or like carrots or celery, are really good in this. But so this one is a protein snack. It ends up being 2 smart points if you put the light mayo in there. So 2 smart points for this whole thing, this whole big thing. And you can eat it with carrots. It's really good with carrots or celery. It's 13.5 grams of protein. So it's 2 smart points for this whole big thing, 13.5 grams of protein. Okay, so that's a good one. Then, since we're working our way backwards, we're going to talk about lunch. So for lunch, I am using a Protein Blends. This is Bird's Eye Steam Fresh Protein Blends, and it's the Southwestern style. And this has, it's a blend of whole grains, black beans, corn, lentils, and lentils are extremely high in protein. Lentils and red bell peppers with a zesty sauce. This entire bag is one serving. So the whole bag is one serving. It's 360 grams in this bag, and it's, I think, 1 2/3 cups by the time you're done cooking it. But this whole bag has, let me find it. You find the protein here. It's 12 grams of protein. Okay, so this whole thing, so this whole bag is one. It's 1 2/3 cups is in this whole bag. So what I did, I went ahead and put it into a to-go container because this is going to go to work with me. So this is the 1 2/3 cups, which is the whole bag of the Bird's Eye Steam Fresh Protein Blend Southwest style in here. And then this is 3 ounces of chicken breast, of grilled chicken breast chopped up. And this is, let's see, this is 1/4 of a cup of Trader Joe's light shredded Mexican cheese blend. So for the 1 2/3, for the 1 2/3 cup of this, that is 14 smart points. I mean, sorry, not smart points. 6 smart points, 14 grams of protein, and look, I mean, that's the whole container, And then I have the 3 ounces of grilled chicken breast, and I'm going to dump that on top. 3 ounces of grilled chicken breast is 0 smart points, and this may or may not even all fit in the container, but that is 0 smart points, and it is, let me find it. For this one, it's 26 grams of protein, and then the 1/4 of the cup of Trader Joe's shredded Mexican blend cheese is 2 smart points, and it is 9 grams of protein. So I'm just going to put that on top. So now I have, let me set my plate down. So now I have this whole Tex-Mex thing. I have this whole Tex-Mex bowl that I'm going to take to work and eat, and this whole thing is 49 grams of protein. 49 grams of protein, and it's only 8 smart points. I mean, and look, okay, look how big this is. It's huge. So this is like 2 cups of food. So this is 2 cups of food. Again, it was the whole bag of this, of the Bird's Eye Steam Fresh Protein Blend Southwestern style, the chicken, and the light shredded cheese from Trader Joe's. You could use any brand of light, light shredded cheese. Velveeta has a light shredded cheese that's really good. So yeah, how yummy does that look? And it was 49 grams of protein. 49. So that is a big bulk it up. Oh, and Sandra says she would put this in a big salad. So yeah, so she would be bulking it up and bulking it up. So she would be bulk it up, both. And yes, Brenda, salsa and cilantro would be absolutely fabulous with this. It would be fabulous. Okay, the last one we're actually gonna cook. So we are going to take just a moment to do that. Okay, this one is a common breakfast that I have. And no, it is not a Wego. Although it could have been a Wego, but no, this one is not a Wego. This one, this plate, and I'll have to hold up the individual things so that you all can see what these are. But this one is a super fast and easy breakfast that you can do to really, really bulk it up. So I'm not going to turn this up too much because I don't want to dump it out. So in this bowl, we have 1 egg and 3 tablespoons of egg whites. So that's what's in this bowl. And then in this cup, we have 1 tablespoon of fat-free ricotta cheese. I'm going to dump that in there. So these are both decently, decent amounts of protein. That is, let's see, it is 5. Oh, the egg is 6.3, so that's 11.3. And then the fat-free ricotta cheese is 1.5. And then we're going to put 1 tablespoon of the nutritional yeast in here. So I'm going to put all of that together in this bowl, and I'm going to stir it up. Sorry for the little stirring noises. Hold on. I can't do that while I'm holding it up, so I'm going to set it down and stir it. Okay, and all I'm trying to do is just break up the egg yolk, you know, and then kind of stir this together. And then, let me rinse my spoon off. Okay, and then I'm going to put this in the microwave for 2 minutes. And thank you, Sandra. But yeah, Waggos, and I'm not even making a Waggo tonight. But I'm going to put this in for 2 minutes, but I'm putting it in there a minute at a time. So be sure that you put it in a microwave safe bowl, because you are going to need the microwave. So right now we have 1 egg, 3 tablespoons of egg whites, 1 tablespoon of fat-free ricotta cheese, and 1 tablespoon. I know Betty's saying I have to go back and rewatch this. I know, Betty. I'm having trouble keep paying attention, and I'm doing it. But anyway, so it's and what's in the microwave right now is 1 egg, 3 tablespoons of egg whites, 1 tablespoon of fat-free ricotta cheese, and 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast. And Melissa, the fat-free ricotta, okay, so Trader Joe's quit carrying it, so let me show you what I had to get. Okay, Trader Joe's stopped carrying it, so I had to go to Publix and beg my Publix to carry the Galbani fat-free ricotta cheese. They have it, my Publix and some grocery stores carry that brand, carry Galbani, but they didn't carry it in the fat-free, so I had to beg them for it. Okay, so I only put this in for 1 minute. You can see it's good and steamy. But I'm going to chop it up a little bit. You don't want to put it in there for the whole 2 minutes to start with, or it gets kind of rubbery. So all I'm doing is just chopping it up. So sorry, I'm making noises, and now Dusty's over here drinking water, which sounds really disgusting. Hey, Trish. Oh, hey, Esther from London. Hello. Good morning. How are you? Happy Mother's Day, Trish. And I guess it's tomorrow in England, right, Esther? Okay, so I just chopped that up a little bit. I'm going to put it in there for another minute, maybe 30 seconds. I'll just put it in there for 30 seconds because it was heating up really good. So, and Esther's tired. I know, Esther. It's the wee morning. Let's see, Esther, it is 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait. It's not even, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Is it 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning? You should be asleep. But anyway, so this is Galbani, and they do carry Galbani at my Publix, but I had to ask for the fat-free because Trader Joe's stopped carrying it because they said people weren't buying it. Whatever. I think people were buying it. Okay, well, let's get that out. It's a little bit toasty. Okay, so those eggs are good and cooked. And again, that was 1 egg, 3 tablespoons of egg white, 1 tablespoon of fat-free ricotta, and 1 tablespoon, it's almost 2, yeah. Shoo! And 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast. Okay, now I'm going to add on top of this, I am going to add a packet of Quaker cheese grits. So we are making cheese grits. Okay, but like I love cheese grits, and if y'all haven't had grits, you gotta have them. You gotta try them. And you can get these here in Tennessee. You can get these at Kroger, Publix, Ingles, I think, some different places. You can order them online if you don't have them. Oh, and Esther walked a 5K with her WW coach. Ooh, that's awesome. But so they're grits, you know, and people are, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, grits, I love grits, I love them. But these are cheese grits, and so I'm going to pour the cheese grits directly on top of the eggs. Okay, and then the part you all may not be able to see. Okay, you're just gonna have to believe me that this is what I'm doing because I cannot pick you all up And actually, I'm going to put my dip in the refrigerator real quick. Okay, I cannot pick you all up and take you with me, so you're just going to have to trust me on this. Okay, I'm going to take this. So now, okay, and Kim hasn't seen grits in Canada. We'll try to figure out how to get you some. But so now I have eggs on the bottom, and the powdered cheese grits are on top. Okay, and yes, they do. They have 3 flavored cheese grits. Yeah, I don't remember which one this one is because I buy the assorted pack. Now I'm going to use water from my Keurig, and you can use just boiling water, but you need 4 ounces of water, and I'll be back in just a second. So what I'm doing is I'm using my Keurig to put hot water on top of the grits, and y'all can see it right there, adding hot water on top of the grits. Okay, and you want to kind of stir that around so that all of the grits get wet. Okay, and we're going to let that sit for just a minute. And in case you didn't know it, you can use your Keurig for a whole lot of things. Yeah, I use it to reconstitute a lot of things. I use it to make my oatmeal. I use it to, and yes, I'm sorry, it's 3 SP. It is 3 smart points for the grits. Melissa's exactly right. The package of grits is 3 smart points. So, but I use my Keurig, you know, for a lot of things like that. You can use it for ramen noodles. Sometimes you have to put them in the microwave again for just a second. But so this one, right now, what we have in here is the egg, the 3 tablespoons of egg whites, the 1 tablespoon of fat-free ricotta, the 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast. Now we have put the grits in here. And so, okay, so it's 3 points for the grits. It's 0 for the eggs, 0 for the egg whites, 0 for the fat-free ricotta, and 0 for the nutritional yeast. I'm getting ready to add, though, 2 more points to it. Well, let me see. How much am I putting on here? Yeah, I'm going to add something. I'm going to add, so you can, this is negotiable. You don't have to add this, but we are already up to over 18 grams of protein. So we are bulking it up with protein. The grits themselves, the cheese grits themselves, have 3 grams of protein. What? Who knew that? Who knew that a package of instant cheese grits had protein? But anyway, the instant cheese grits by themselves have 3 grams of protein. So if you just do the eggs, the egg whites, the fat-free ricotta, and the nutritional yeast, then it is 18.5 grams of protein and only 3 smart points. But it's cheese grits, so I'm going to add a little bit more cheese, and the little bit more cheese that I'm going to add is going to add, and let me find it on here, it is going to add 9 more grams of protein. 9 more grams of protein. It's going to add 2 more smart points, but 9 more grams of protein. So now we have cheesy cheese grits. Oh, Sandra, let's see, wait. Sandra, I can't read the whole thing. I haven't been to WW. I'll have to go back and look. Okay, so now it's cheesy cheese, and I know it's all the same color, but it's cheesy cheese. And so now it is, let's see, what's 18 plus 9? Now it's 27 grams of protein. So, and look, again, look how big this bowl is. So that's only 5 smart points. It has 1 egg, 3 egg whites, 1 tablespoon of fat-free ricotta cheese, 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast, and the cheese grits, the packet of cheese grits, and now the 1/4 of a cup of the Trader Joe's light shredded Mexican cheese. Bulk it up. Bulk it up. So that's 27 grams. That's 27 grams. If you don't have the ricotta, don't worry about it, Carol Lou. Just don't worry about it. I mean, you don't have to have it. I just like how creamy it makes it. Velveeta shreds would work perfectly, Melissa. Velveeta shreds would work great with that. But anyway, so here this is, all of that, and that's only 5 smart points. And honestly, I usually add a little bit of jalapenos or something to the top, to kind of spice it up, or some Dax spices. Okay, so everybody's gonna bulk it up, right? You're all gonna bulk it up this week. And everybody is gonna go back and watch this because I've given you so much information. You are all gonna go back and watch this on YouTube when Casey gets it posted. And every single one of you is gonna subscribe, right? So there's 57 of you all right now, and there's been over 100 of us all together tonight. So I want all 100 of you all, or at least the 57, to go right here if you're watching this later on YouTube and subscribe. And then down here, I think there's like the next, like right here is subscribe. Right here, I think is the next video maybe. And then right here is where you go to order one of the shirts that I'm wearing, one of the spread shirts, if you want one of those. And Casey and I do appreciate when you all do that very, very, very much, because this gets expensive. Yeah, because we bring you all of this free, but I spent like $100 at the grocery store getting it all together, but we get to eat it. So did anybody get any great ideas? Anybody get any great ideas on how to bulk it up for protein? Y'all are really, really good at bulking it up with veggies, fruits and veggies. But anybody get any great, happy Mother's Day, Esther. Anybody get any great ideas for bulking it up with protein? Yeah? Oh, Jennifer did. Yep, Melissa did. And y'all remember what we talked about in the first part. Liz did. Great, great, great. Liz says absolutely. And I will tell you, I can tell that I got done. And Loretta says yes. Esther says yes. I can tell that that I cooked something because Dusty is right at my feet now. Right at my feet. Sandra said yes. Yes. And Brenda said yes. Oh, it's Brenda, it's your first time? Why didn't you tell us? Everybody tell Brenda hello. It's her first time being here. Yeah, great. Kathy, Stacy, Sherry, awesome guys. Yep, and Carol Lou is hungry now. So we should make some green beans to go with this. And Angelia says yes. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Gotta get this back in the refrigerator, and I will get to work and see now. Dusty, can you all hear Dusty? Ooh. Yeah, he wants some of this food. So let's get him up here to say goodnight. Come on, buddy. Oh, my goodness. Ugh. He really doesn't weigh much. Oh, see, he sees those grits and he's like, Mama, I want the cheese. Okay, so everybody have a great week. Do not forget to hashtag bulk it up with your protein, and do your homework from the first half of the chat. And remember to subscribe, and share. We have there are a lot of new WWers. I guess everybody's trying to get ready for bathing suit season. But yeah, so I'm gonna say goodbye for this week from me and Dusty, and we will see you all next week. Don't forget to tag me in your homework. Oh, and Esther's flying back to the US in 2 weeks. We'll have to buy grits. Yes, ma'am, you will. Yes, ma'am, you will. Okay, y'all have an awesome week. Oh, I'm gonna sit Tubbs down. Have an awesome week. Happy Mother's Day if I didn't already tell you, and I will see you later. Bye.